I've been making a darn good showing lately.
Yes, Hank, I understand.
It's a privilege to have some privacy, you know. I could send you back to the basement tenements. Would you like that?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Anything rather than that fetid huddling and that shameless communal sprawl. Yet is this really so much better? Being on the surface is meaningless. It only tantalizes. And yet...
Well?
No, Hank. I don't want to go back underneath.
Well, then try to behave yourself. Coming up through the tunnel just now, I decided I'd better talk to you. Frankly, Effie, the committee's beginning to be a little concerned about our lack of children.
Oh.
Charlie Baker asked me this morning if I'd like my name put on the list for a free woman.
You needn't bother.
What do you mean?
I mean, we're going to have a baby.
What? Effie, are you sure?
Yes.
Effie, that's wonderful. It's magnificent. Do you realize what this means to my rating with the committee? You know how important it is to the community to raise healthy members for the day when we can resume the surface war.
Yes, I've heard the broadcast.
We'll announce it at the meeting of the junior committee tonight.
Tonight?
Well, you hadn't forgotten about it, had you? It's the annual banquet. Now, you brighten yourself up and put on your best dress. I want the other juniors to see what a handsome wife the new member has got. What's the trouble now?
Well, I'm terribly sorry, Hank, but you'll have to go alone. I'm really not well.
There you go again. First the infantile, inexcusable business of opening the lead shutter, and now this. Don't you know what this could mean to my reputation, Effie?
I'm sorry.
You're coming, Effie. This is just neurotic pampering.
Hank, I'll just be sick and you wouldn't be proud of me at all.
Now, listen, Effie. Tonight's too important. It'll cause a lot of bad comment if a new member's wife isn't present. Now, you know how just a hint of sickness starts all kinds of rumors about radiation disease. Now, what do you say?
No.
Effie, you're going. There's nothing wrong with you if I have to...
Hank, you're hurting my arm. It isn't good for the baby.
Oh, the baby? I'd almost forgotten. Oh, no, we have to be very careful. I suppose if I explain to them you aren't there because of the baby, it will make a difference.
Yes, I'll just stay here alone till you come back. When will you be back?
Well, those things usually go on pretty late. So if you're expecting company, you needn't worry.
Hank?
Yes, Effie?
Do you remember when we were first married?
Of course I remember.
You liked to go skiing, remember? You said it was like feeding a hunger for beauty, being up on a mountain covered with snow.
What are you talking about?
You forgot.
I haven't forgotten. I have just as much desire to get outside as you do, but I know there's no chance for me. I've got to see that my children and their children survive to see the sun again. We've got to behave like adults, to make sacrifices. We've got to keep the strain pure.
Hank, what do you suppose it's like for them?
For whom?
The freaks and the mutants, the outsiders.
What do you know about them?
I remember some of the pariahs. They were hairless, cringing creatures with radiation welts all over their bodies. They came begging to be taken in during the last months of the terror. The committee ordered them shot down, just like dogs.
We don't like to talk about that.
Hank, are they still out there?
Effie, this is the sort of talk that's just morbid.
Are they?
Yes. There are still humans out there. At least they were humans. They know better than to come near the shelters now.
Poor creatures.
I can't stand here discussing this nonsense all night. I have to get going. And for the last time, are you sure you won't come down with me?
No. I'll wait here.
Don't you get lonely?
No.
I was talking to Jim Barnes today. He told me he wasn't going to be able to make it to the banquet either. Touch of the old flu, he said. That isn't like him, is it? Effie, are you listening?
What?
You remember Jim Barnes, don't you? He used to be sweet on you, said you had the soul of a poet.
Well, yes, I remember him. Why?
Never mind. Well, I guess I got a bit sharp with you. I'm sorry about that. I was excited about being made a junior and the baby and all. Selfish of me. I apologize. As you get to bed early, I'll probably go over to the men's dorm for a while after the meeting. You'll be completely alone for the next 4 hours. Do you mind?
What? Oh, no.
Good night, Effie.
He looked at me strangely, and then his features returned to their usual, harder, more calculating expression. Was it possible that he had sensed my very dream? Had it been a dream? Oh, it must have been. It wasn't possible that it had really happened. It had just been an illusion, a silly projection out of my starved romantic imagination. I waited until Hank's footsteps vanished down in the tunnel. And then I waited until I heard it. No, it isn't possible. There's nothing out there. Nothing but deformed monsters. I mustn't open the shutters. I mustn't. Oh, dear Lord, I've got to know. I've got to know. I've got to.
Well, now, so you haven't forgotten our meeting after all.
You.
And were you expecting someone else?
It wasn't a dream. You really were out there last night.
Oh, yes, and the night before.
I was afraid I dreamed it. I still think it's a dream.
Lean out into the moonlight a moment.
Is this a dream?
Oh,
Or was it a flesh and blood kiss?
and your name is Patrick.
Aye?
Patrick.
Well, now, did you open the window to find God's own breath, the fresh evening air, or did you open it to invite me in?
Oh, of course. Come in. Come in.
Come, Joe Lewis. Ah, here, now, let me help you. Being a cat with 12 toes on each foot and ears like boxing gloves is a bit cumbersome. I have to help him a bit, you see. Come on now, laddie. There, now. Is your husband about?
No, he won't be home for a while.
Well, still, I'd better close the shop.
Oh, no. Leave them open.
The radiation?
I don't care. I want to see the moonlight.
Aye. Would you have a bit of food? Joe Lewis and I are starved for a bite to eat.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'll get it.
Oh, Effie.
Yes.
Oh, but you're a fair creature.
Thank you. His face wasn't horrible at all. Only thin and sensitive and terribly sad. And there were no radiation welts or scars on his skin. He looked just as he had looked that first night when I opened the lead shutter and saw him crouched at the window. And now I knew it had been no dream. He was an outsider, a pariah. He was my love. Here's some canned meat and a food pill, and I put on some water for coffee.
Oh, bless you, Arun. Come on now, Joe. Here's a bit of meat for your black soul to feed on. He's hungry, poor creature. Well, then, sit down, girl, where I can look at you.
All right.
Have you missed me?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I've had some thoughts of you, I dare say.
Talk to me.
Of what?
Tell me again about outside, what it's like.
Again?
Again and again.
Well, now, outside... You say the coffee's heating?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then, it is a wonderland for sure. More amazing than you and your entombed folk could ever imagine. A veritable fairyland.
Tell me the truth about
The truth, I am telling you the truth, my love.
But the bombs and the dust made only ugliness.
At first. But then they changed the life in the seed of them that were brave enough to stay. Wonders beyond wondering bloomed and walked. Well, have none of you been outside?
Well, the radiation teams go up into the ruined buildings once or twice a year to find canned food and batteries. But they can only work for a few minutes at a time.
Ah, sure, those blind-souled slugs could never see anything but food and batteries anyway.
Well, tell me what you see, beyond the city, I mean.
Ah, there are gardens there. Gardens where a dozen buds blossom for every one before. And the flowers have petals a yard across.
Oh.
And there are stingless bees as big as sparrows supping their nectar.
Well, did the radiation make all the cats like this one?
Like this runt? Why, no, girl. They are grown spotted and huge as leopards. But they're gentle beasts, for the dust has burned all the murder out of every living thing.
Well, Hank says the dust kills.
Would you like to hear a poem I made?
Yes.
I'd say it. Fire can hurt me, or water, or the weight of earth. But by some curious coincidence, the dust is my friend.
Oh, more.
Well, then, there are robins like cockatoos and squirrels like a prince's ermine, all under a treasure chest of sun and moon and stars that the dust changes from ruby to emerald and sapphire. And there are... What is it, love? What's that look for?
There's one thing you've never told me about.
And what is that?
The children. The new children.
Ah, now the children.
The truth.
The truth?
Promise.
I swear on the skin of my cat here. The children, is it, huh? Well, now, if you'd ever catch a glimpse of one of them, you'd never doubt me again. They have long limbs and smiling, delicate faces and white teeth and the finest hair. They're so nimble that, well, that even I, a sprightly man and somewhat enlivened by the dust, feel crippled beside them. And their thoughts dance like flames.
But what's wrong with them, Patrick?
Wrong? Nay, love, there's nothing wrong. Different, perhaps, and new, but not wrong.
Oh, tell me.
Well, then, they do have 7 fingers on each hand and 8 toes on either foot. But they're much more beautiful for it. And they have large, beautiful ears that the sun shines through. So lovely and delicate to behold.
How do they behave? Their minds?
Not as you and I, perhaps. They play happily in the gardens all day long, laughing and finding joy in the simplest beauty.
Are they defective?
Well, now... By the standards out there, you're the defective one shut up here all the while hating and crawling in ugliness and feeling dirty. No, they're quite lovely. And they're quite perfect, the new children.
Oh, you're telling the truth. You're not making it up.
It is true, every word of it. Oh, I'll admit you have to look a bit hard to find these things I've been telling you. But find them you may. Do you believe me?
Oh, yes. Yes, I believe you. But I'm afraid.
Give me your hand.
Here.
Now listen to me. You must not be afraid to do as your heart tells you. That's why I'm here.
Patrick.
Don't either of you move.
Oh, Hank,
Stay there, or I'll blast both of you.
Hank, but...
Carrying on like this, and not even with a man of the community, with an outcast, a pariah.
No, man, I know what you're thinking, but you're wrong. I just happened to be coming by, hungry, a lonely tramp, and I knocked at the shutter, and your wife was a bit foolish and let her kind heart get the best of it.
Do you think you can tell me that?
Hank, please.
So you're going to have a child, my dear. My child?
Yes, your child.
should pull this trigger right now. I should shoot him down in cold blood.
Man, you're mad. I never touched your wife.
You contaminated pariah. You're going to die. Don't you know that?
Hank, if you kill him, you kill the bringer of the best news we've ever had. Oh, Hank, put aside your jealousy for just a minute and listen to me. Patrick has something wonderful to tell us, all of us.
What do you mean?
I mean that we need no longer fear the dust. Oh, Hank, remember how it was with me. All the exposure I had, and yet there are no burns. Hank, those who were brave enough to stay outside have adapted. They've become a beautiful people.
Did he tell you that?
Everything that grew or moved was purified.
He filled you with lies so he could take you.
No, it's true. The radioactivity is almost gone, burned out.
Effie, I've been out there. It's horrid.
No. You've been blinded. Blinded to beauty. Blinded to living.
Good Lord, you believe it?
It's true. It must be true. Look at Patrick. He's living proof. He's been outside for a year and there isn't a mark on him, not a scar. It's because he's brave. And the dust can't hurt the brave.
Oh, you think that's it, huh? All right, Effie, I'm going to prove something to you. You, Patrick, take this radiation counter. Take it.
Very well.
Press the button and count yourself. Go on.
As you say.
Read it. Read it!
1,700.
Yeah, you hear that, Effie? 1,700 radioactives, enough to kill 1,000 men. He's like raw radium. If you turn out the light, he'll glow green in the dark. A week's exposure to him will destroy you.
What are you proving, Hank?
That he's a freak. A freak! Get away from him. He's destroying you right now.
May I shut this thing off now?
Patrick, is it true?
Yes, I'm afraid 'tis true. Oh, you do well to cringe, both of you. I'm living death. I'm death itself. As your husband so wisely said, I'm a freak. Just like the man who ate nails and walked on fire. Only my oddity is that for some unknown reason, the dust can't harm me. I'm the only one. Step right up, ladies and gentlemen. Not too close now. And examine the man who couldn't die. And now, if you don't mind, I'll go back to my dead world and leave you to yours.
Wait. All of those beautiful things.
It gets so lonely out there. And I was starved for beauty. And so were you.
There's no garden out there.
Garden. Listen to me, the both of you. What is out there is more terrible than either of you can imagine.
You're worse than Hank, even. He only killed beauty once. But you brought it to life so you could kill it again. You were afraid. Afraid of the loneliness out there. Well, I'm not afraid.
Effie, keep away from the window.
No, I'm not afraid. Maybe there is no garden out there. And no beautiful, strange children to play happily. But there can be if we're brave enough.
Effie!
I'm going, Hank. I'm going, Hank.
Effie, come back, Effie!
It's no use trying to keep her, man.
Effie, come back! I love you! Come back!
It is no use, man.
There's still time. She stood the dust better than most. There's still time. The dust won't hurt you. Find her. Bring her back. I'll reward you. I'll give you food.
If you want her, you'll have to go yourself.
She'll die.
Maybe she won't.
How can you say such a thing?
Because perhaps she's like me. Perhaps the two of us together could be the first of a race that'll live in sunlight again.
Get against the wall where I can kill you easier.
Why will you kill me? Is killing all the answer you have to life's riddles? Is the smell of blood better than compassion? Is it more joy to own her than to be loved by her?
Move!
Man, you'll not kill me. Shall I tell you why? Because my flesh will not die. I live 1,000 years.
Not your brain, Patrick. And that's where this gun is aimed.
Well, then you leave me no choice. You get it!
Hey! Call him up! My arm!
Go! Stop! Well, then I have your weapon now. Out there, you see, we freaks have learned to live together and to cooperate. It's the only way we can stay alive. Oh, I'll give Effie your love. Come on, Joe. Oh, you'd better close the shutters as soon as we're gone. The moon is beautiful. But it's deadly.
I was waiting for him at the end of the ruined street. When we looked back, we saw Hank closing the lead shutters on himself. We were alone in the world. Above us, the moon was green. I bent and picked up a handful of the dust and let it trickle through my fingers. And I remembered the words of Patrick's poem. Fire can hurt me, or water, or the weight of the earth. But by some strange coincidence, the dust is my friend.
You have just heard X-1, presented by the National Broadcasting Company in cooperation with Galaxy Science Fiction Magazine, which this month features Advance Agent by Christopher Anvil, the story of a spy who had the worst possible break. The disguise he had assumed was that of a famous man. Galaxy Magazine, on your newsstand today. Tonight, by transcription, X-1 has brought you The Moon is Green, a story from the pages of Galaxy written by Fritz Leiber and adapted for radio by George Lefferts. Featured in the cast were Joyce Gordon as Effie, Bill Lipton as Hank, Ian Martin as Patrick, and Frank Milano as the cat. This is Fred Collins. X-1 was directed by Fred Way and is an NBC Radio Network production.
going on, people? Good morning. Hey, how's it going, weirdos? What's up? I'm up. Really? I'm here. I'm here. I'm weird. Get used to it. Like that. There you go. That's the ticket, Cricket. Well, speaking of Cricket, which happens to be a guy from my hometown back in the 80s. I don't remember his first name. I think it was Chris. Cricket. He was an unusual guy. I don't know what happened to Cricket. But this morning, I saw on Facebook that the Ortega Mountains near our hometown of Elsinore is on fire again. There are rumors that the Lookout propane tank exploded. I don't know. Some people say it's false. Some people say it's true. Some people say they heard the explosion. Other people say, hey, there's ABC is there right now and it looks fine. I don't know. I just don't know, man. I don't know, baby. It's a crazy world. It's a world on fire. A world gone mad. And it is very sad. Okay, it's Old Time Radio Wednesday. We just heard X-1, the moon is green. If you go outside, the moon is probably red. The sun is probably orange, red, because of the smoke. Yeah. Yeah. A little stiff. Oh, yeah. So, hi, how are you? Hi, Bessie. Oh. It's the sound of a dog. We'll be back in a minute. Nobody knows what to do this morning. They just all stand there looking at me. Do we go in? Do we go out? What do we do? Hi. Just do whatever the fuck you want. Do whatever the fuck you want. Oh, man. Playing a doggy doorman every morning gets tedious, to say the least. Come on, you guys, figure it out. Go to bed. Do something. Oh. So if there's anybody watching who has any real updates about the fire, let me know. Well, let me know. So I uploaded some shows last night. X-1 and a few educational films. I think I might have done enough. I got 2 more educational films. So I've got 9 more things to upload. 7 radio shows. A couple of whatchamacallits, educational films. So far, the redo of the video time machine for Friday. So far, the checks are okay. I removed I removed the Richard Simmons video, which is a bummer because it was really good. And I edited the Camelot portion of the newsreel for the Kennedy assassination. So basically, I stuck the whole thing in a TV, and I put static and stuff over the Camelot portion. Basically, it was the speech that President Johnson gave right at the airport when he got back to Washington after the assassination. So I had to kill that speech. Other than that, everything checks out good now. Yay. And the music, the Richard Simmons music video was in the middle of the show, so I just yanked it out and squeezed it together. I didn't bother putting anything in there. It's still a half-hour show. It was over a half an hour, it ran long, so now it's back down to a manageable half hour. Yeah, as soon as I get my gumption together here, I'll probably work on some video editing over on my graphics computer, and I'll take you along if you want to go. It used to be a really big deal. It's always a big deal, but it used to be a really big deal back in the 80s and 90s when the Ortega Mountains would burn. Let me deal with these dogs. I remember the Ortega Mountains burning so close to Elsinore that they closed off Grand Avenue. The whole stretch of road, the main road along the foothills of the Ortega Mountains there. They closed off the highway, they closed off the entire Grand Avenue along that west side of the lake. And they had closed off at Corridon, where that was the main roads in, and we had family, of course, over on Adelpha Zeller off Grand Avenue, so we had to get there. So we had to go across the lake bottom. There were a lot of people going back and forth across the lake bottom, getting to the Grand Avenue side of Lake Elsinore, Lakeland Village. And it was always scary as hell, you know, firestorm, fucking crazy, smoke engulfing the whole town. I don't envy them now for what's going on. Oh, fucking dogs. Be right back. Okay. Doggies dealt with. Hopefully they'll just shut the hell up and go to bed, right? Yeah, every time I look at the news, another old guy is dead. Dead. I won't make the news, but it'll happen to me eventually, right? Maybe it'll make the news. Maybe I'll die right here live. You know? Hey, could be worse. I could die at work slaving away for somebody, right? I would prefer to die here in my home. For sure. The bridge fire devours 34,000 acres within hours. Minecraft, best tiny home designs. Sure. I could do that. I think I did that already. The Shinning. Alright, well, that's perntless. Well. What's the pernt? What is the pernt? If you've got an apartment. Yep. And there you go. Me files are synced. There we go. Dar we be are. I am going to open up my editing program here. Are really the most basic program there is. It's just easy to use that way. You know, they probably won't update it anymore or renew it. It'll probably go wonky, and I'll have to find something else. Isn't that always the case? Isn't it, though? I've got to finish off this cereal bar so I can drink some coffee and get loaded. Hey. Let's see, The Bride of Death. All right. Looks like I didn't do that one yet. Nice. And let's see, check my title, my date. Everything looks good. Except a couple of 1938s. Okay. And that's it. A 3-element show should take about 20 minutes. Maybe a half an hour. Maybe a half an hour, half an hour, half an hour. I really love this Eeyore cup here. This one is really cool. It's got the little Eeyores running around doing the little different faces and stuff. It's really cool, and it's 3D. They pop out. They're bulgy. They're poofy. Yeah, purple. My purple cup. Purple shirt. See? I'm color coordinated here. It's live, baby. As I'm creating these radio shows, I'm trying to make the editing portion, not so much the editing portion, but I'm trying to limit the amount of elements that I have in each video. It saves faster with fewer elements, fewer effects, fewer enhancements. Basically, I give a photo, my key title page, with the show title, or the series title, and the morning show graphic at the bottom. And that's one photograph, scaled down so I don't have to do any manipulation in the editing program. 45 minutes. I had to go to half an hour in a minute. And then after I've got everything, you know, the fewer elements that I have, the easier it is to save, basically. So I've got my photograph, and then my graphics that I lay over the top of that say what episode it is and the date. I used to do 2 separate graphics. Now I just make them one if I can. I used to do the photograph and then a graphic here and then a graphic here and then add more graphics and this, and kept laying stuff over the top plus the sound. And it would just take like over an hour to save. Now I've got it about a half an hour to save because I've reduced the amount of elements. I have the key title graphic, the episode graphic, and the sound, and that's it. 3 elements. And it's saving about 0.1% every second. So that's pretty good. Yep, pretty dang good. We'll let that one save, and then I'll take you along for another one, which is only a minute, basically. I grab this, grab that, put it together, boom. After, of course, I delete. I just use the same program. You know, that's it. Bring the new stuff in, drop out the old stuff, drop in the new stuff, and save. That's it. That's it. I gotta do a little adjusting, but that's it. Still smells really smoky out there, but it's cool. Usually I go out and I open the door to let a dog in or out in the morning at, 5:30 in the morning, and it's hot. It's just like steamy out there, It's kind of cool this morning. So maybe fall is on its way. We need this wind to die down for those firefighters. Sheesh. Sheesh. I'm afraid to say so, but it's deadly out there, It is deadly out there. Yeah. So I gotta find a couple of educational films to boot up for this next week. Okay, it is time to indulge my brain and kill some pain. Boy, looks like I gotta get out to the reservation here soon. Yep, better sooner than later. Oh yeah. So, anyways, what are they? Anyways, Holmes, what's going on? Is he? Oh, delay. I'm half Mexican, by the way. On my wife's side, she's full Mexican, so that makes me half Mexican. Right? What are they? I'm gonna change my name to Miguel Gonzalez. Gomez. Miguel Gomez Gonzalez. It's the wrong girl. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, how are you out there, everyone? Out there in boob tube land? Boob tube. The boob in the tube, boob in the tube. Tube. Totally. I don't know what that sounds like. I don't have my earphones on. Tube. Right. All right. Retro cam. Vintage. It's my vintage cam. Yep. Yes, sirree, Bubba-rooney. Holding on. I'm holding on. I keep holding on. Right? Whoa. Oi. Oh, man. Like, that's, oh, yeah. Oh, crap, where did he go? I'm right here, people. I didn't go nowhere, I swear. I swear. A movie. I'd love to be in a movie. Right? I'd love to be on a TV show, in a movie. Something like that, Just a part. Just a regular part. Nothing fancy. Just a guy comes in, does something, and leaves, or something happens. You know? Yeah. I think that'd be cool. Just to have a small part in a movie. It'd be cool to be if it was a movie that that I've always wanted to be in, right? A book or something that's being made into a movie, and it's like, I'm the only guy who could play that character, the little character in the book, right? I don't fucking know. Stranger in a Strange Land. Speaking of movies, yesterday I was talking about Minecraft, and what if they were to turn Minecraft into a movie, and not 24 hours later, I get onto Facebook to share my link for the morning yesterday, and there it is. Live action Minecraft movie trailer leaves people flabbergasted. How dare they, right? It's always going to be some people or some person's point of view. That's what a movie is. It's their point of view, right? This is how they see the movie. A million other people are going to see it a million other different ways, right? But this idiot makes a fucking movie that everybody hates, right? And the studios back him. It's like, well, what the hell? Were they not? Did they not? You take a fucking poll. What do Minecraft viewers or players want to see in a movie? Do they want to see live action? Probably not. Do they want to see a combination? Do they want to see animation? Well, probably not. They want to see a combination of the two? Yeah. If you're not going to try, then don't even bother to fucking do it. Right? I mean, who wants to put a bunch of fucking little kids out on an island? If you're going to make a kids fucking movie, then fine, do it. Make it as stupid as you fucking want. But if you're going to expect the adults who enjoy Minecrafting to want to see this stupid fucking movie made for preteens, then no. No. What it should be is it should be done in the James Cameron way of film shooting, where they put the thing over your head and they map out your whole face while you're doing it. Like they did during Avatar, all right? Do the Avatar method of shooting and do it that way, all right? And then here's a plot, right? Make it Lost. Make it about being lost on a strange island, right? Of course, if you're semi-animated real-life characters, then you're going to be acting in a semi-animated real-life environment, right? So you're lost on a desert island, and maybe you find an old guy there who is been there since the original Minecraft, right? So you can bounce back and forth between, there's a lot of humor in there between the old, comparing the old with the new, yeah. That's kind of a funny looking animal. Well, you should have seen him before. Or, here you go. Make Minecraft a game, and people play the game, and we get a mix of real life and animation. Right? Find some correlation between the real world and the video game world. Some kind of avenue. From what I saw, I saw one photograph of the trailer, and I was like, nope. Nope. That doesn't do it for me. Why not have it start off with a villager, villages? Right? Why not have it start off with a village? Villages. Right? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a village? Why not have it start off with a v one small village, and a village child. And the village child is out and finds some strange person on the beach and brings them back to the village, right? And this person looks different, wears different clothing, has a different face, talks different. Right? And then things happen in the village, and it turns out that this new person is quite the MacGyver and is able to come up with all these new crafting techniques, right? And that just excels everything, right? And then, yeah, sure, you can have more people pop in, lost people. If the real and the game world is linked, then what is that link? What ties them together? Probably the player, right? So if it's the player, the user, then we're down to the Tron thing, you know, where we've got users and programmers and that kind of stuff. Yeah, you could really milk a lot of funny stuff out of just the game itself. You know, I would have guest people on, guest players from YouTube. I would have them in the movie as characters, right? Totally. I mean, if I was a guest, you would just see a guy building a road. Where are you going? I'm building a road. Where's it going? That way. What's at the other end? I don't know. I don't want to get there. And that would be my little, you know, minute of movie in Minecraft. That would be me, just the guy going through, he's building a road, building a road, building a road, building a road, look out, building a road, building a road, look out, building a road. Can't turn, gotta go straight, building a road, building a road, building a bridge, building a bridge, building a bridge, building a road, building a road. That would be my character. Just bopping on down the road. Where's he going now? He's gotta go get more materials so he can keep building a road. Yeah, just talking about it makes me want to play. Right? I can't do it. I can't play. I can only play once a week. Mainly because I don't want to take it away from my daughter. When she has any downtime from homework, she likes to unwind by playing, was that Fortnite or one of those other weird games, right? She'd get on and Rochambeau with somebody for a little while, and then all of a sudden she's on her computer doing homework. Yeah. Yeah. It's fun to play that game, but if I play too much, I'll get burned out like right before I gotta go on. So I don't even play. During the weekend, I won't play the same day, right? It's like, okay, if I'm going live at an hour. Then, last time when I went live, I started my theme and jumped into the world so that by the time the theme got over, I was just standing there ready to go. You know? I heard noises. Probably neighbors getting ready for work. That's what happens at 5:30 in the morning. So yeah, I try not to play until it's time to go on, because I'm going to be on for 2 hours, and I got to keep busy for 2 hours, and I want to have fun, so I don't want to be burned out when I get there. And basically, I'm just building roads and exploring and mining and that kind of stuff. I need to spend a day with my daughter in bopping around trying to come up with materials, right? Iron and gold and what are the other elements that you need for rail? Cook a lot of stone because I like to make my monorail, and my I like to use a lot of stone and cobblestone to make my my rail and my stanchions and my all of my little bits and bobbles, right? Bobbles and bits. And then I like to, enclose villages, which takes a lot of cobblestone. I got to build a wall around an entire village to keep everybody safe. So there is a portion of my mine rail from the original spawn house, the main house. So there's a broken line between there and my cave farm. It's a little place halfway north, and the rail line leads east to west. It goes from one end of my map all the way to the other, east to west, along the Honey Drop Ranch corridor, the road that takes you to the Honey Drop Ranch. I'm going to start labeling these highways by their numbers. So this is Highway 4952, this is Highway 3782, minus 3722, that kind of shit. So I start understanding, okay, well, I'm only this far from here, that means I'm only that far from there, right? I'm only 1,000 away this way, so if I go 1,000 away that way, I should be right there where I'm at. So the shadow episode that I'm doing now, The Bride of Death, it has only got 15 minutes left to save. Cool stuff. Totally cool stuff. I'm going to find a new way to get high here this morning. Heat up this coffee, that'll help. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. So let's see. I've got to do an episode of The Shadow. This is The Bride of Death. This episode is getting uploaded for this coming Monday at noon. I am going to make 7 more Shadow episodes this morning so that I'm good for the rest of the month and next month. I'm going to do the same for every series that I have to work on today. I'm going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Inner Sanctums today. I'll make 7 or 8 Shadows. I've got to do Suspense, Night Beat, Gildersleeve, so I'm going to make 7 or 8 episodes of each so that all I have to do is dig into my file and upload it. Boosh. Boosh. I'm trying to get things dialed in so that the show pretty much runs itself, and then I'm freed up for creating original content, which I'm really laxed on. I really need to get my content on. Where's my sugar daddy, baby? I don't know where it is. There she be. My Arts and Crafts Day project. My little to-do pipe. Every once in a while I like to do something a little wacky. A little weird, a little wild, a little zany. And smoking out of a paper towel tube. Seems a little wacky, a little wild, a little zany. Right? Oh my god, does he really do that? He does. Look at him. He's doing it. Oh my god. Oh my god. No way. Totally. Totally. I'm gonna pat this puppy and hit it so good. It's just there's a lot of air in there, which means when I fill that thing up and then go, oh, it's just a powerhouse. It's a power hit there, baby. I like to do that power hit thing. That guy's a kook. Look at him. He's really doing it. He's doing it. The guy's gonna give himself cancer. He's probably already got cancer. Shit, we all probably got cancer. We just don't know it. Marge, leave my wife alone. That's my brother, Harry. Leave him alone. Take that, Harry. I'm a warning you, punk. All right. Okay, here we come, Harry. Harry, no! Harry, no! All right, it's going to hurt me worse than it's going to hurt you. Whoa. Whoa. Old guy. I got 8 minutes left over there on that processing and saving. And then I'm going to take you in this time and show you what I'm doing. There's nobody here, but hey, I'll enjoy showing nobody. Yes, this is a pretty basic show. Yes, I'm an old bald fart. An old hairy bald fart. What are you going to do? Huh? Mock me? Make fun of me? Like, I've had worse. Whoa. Yes, people, that's real smoke. Don't do that to yourselves. I'm old and stupid and used up and broken and decaying as we speak. Okay. Here we go. Hey. What was that in Platoon? Chris? He's like, I was on this side. He was rubbing his neck, right where he got shot. He gets a scrape. And he's like, just took a hit off that joint. He's like, I got no more pain, man. Hey, you cool, man. I'll take you around later to introduce you to some of the heads. What are the heads? Platoon. One of my favorite, most favorite Charlie Sheen movies. One of my most favorite Oliver Stone movies. He doesn't want to admit that it's autobiographical. The movie. He doesn't want to admit that it's about his experience in Vietnam, because if he does, then he has to admit too closely that it's possible that he was the Chris character in the movie, and if the movie was real, true to what happened in Vietnam, then that means if his character killed his commander, then it's possible that he did, and he won't even go there, right? My father told me some horror stories about fucked up commanders in Vietnam who would literally get guys killed on a daily basis because they didn't know any better, right? And they just thought that they were West Point fucking golden boys, right? Well, I'm gonna do it because that's the way I was taught to do, and then they'd get guys killed. And so my father told me of a horror story once where guys lit this guy's tent on fire, and his mosquito netting lit it on fire, and it just caught on fire and then just melted to the guy, right? And they got rid of that commander. But yeah, that's heavy shit, man. So if you think about the whole Vietnam thing and the stories that guys tell about what went on there, and they say, it was some other guy. It makes you wonder if it was really some other guy or if it was them. And Oliver Stone, he's one of those guys that makes me wonder, you know. Makes me wonder. Totally. Well, the Bride of Death episode from The Shadow is just about done saving. Yeah. And then what I'll usually do is they'll usually save out to about, anywhere from a gigabyte to 5 gigabytes per episode, depending on content, graphics, that kind of crap, elements, editing, what kind of stuff I enhance. So I'm going to see what kind of memory I have here, because I need twice as much memory to move whatever it is I'm moving. If I've got a 5 gigabyte thing and I need to move it, I need 10 gigabytes to move it, because it's got to put it in 2 places at once for a little bit. Basically, from what I understand it copies it over to here and then deletes it from here, and that's how that works. So for a period of time, it's in 2 places at once. Okay, so I've got 26.4 gigabytes available on my computer here. There's way more on the external hard drive, but for these purposes. So this one here is going to save, and I'll see how large it is, gigabyte-wise. If I can do all 7 or 8 videos and then move them all over at once, I'll do that. I may have to make a couple and then move them over, because I'm moving them over from the hard drive to the external hard drive to keep that little freed up buffer thing going on over there. I don't know what the hell that was. One of my cameras just fidgeted, went off and turned back on right at the same time the air conditioner did, so that might have had something to do with it. I don't know. I don't try to understand these things. I just report them as I see them. That's it. That's all. That's all I can do. See? And I just watched it there. It was just a quick glitch. Son of a glitch. Alright, it says I got 4 minutes left over here. My computer slowed down because I got into that file to look to see how much room I had. And just opening up that file slowed down that program so much. Gave me an extra minute. That's a slow computer. But that's my graphics computer. I gotta have the fast computer over here for the upload, the live stuff, right? The streaming. What I need is a little Chromebook, right? Just one of those little books that it's not for all the crap that I'm doing. It's just for internet usage, right? It's got a little memory. It's got a lot of speed. Got all the internet and accoutrement stuff, you know. What the hell did he say? Is he mispronouncing French words? I like to do that. Oh, you should hear my Spanish. I got an accent you cut with a knife. No, it's just horrible. It's horrible. That's part of my humor, though, is how horrible I am at speaking other languages. ¿Cómo estás, bro? Soy muy bien. Donde vas a ser? Donde vas a ser, muchacho? I don't know, man. What the hell's he saying? He's a kook. He's a kook. Cuckoo, cuckoo. That's all right. That's right. I'm just killing time on planet Earth. That's it. I didn't ask to be here. Right? Nobody asked me if I wanted to come. Nobody asked me if I wanted to stay. I've tried to check out a number of times. I've almost been checked out a number of times. And I'm just here to have fun. That's it. From here on out, I just want to have fun. And I'm not talking about, ooh, I'm going to party down every single night. I just want to, having fun to me is being in as little pain as possible and being able to use my imagination and creativity. That's having fun. Sure, going out is fun. Sure, doing things and partying and that kind of stuff is fun, but I can't do that all the time. That's just not me. It was never me, From the time I could walk myself down to the corner, I should have just been walking myself to the library. That's it. If there was one thing I could do and go back in time, it would be to tell myself, read. Don't worry about school so much. Don't worry about grades or even, what do they call that? Higher education. Don't worry about it. Read. Read and stop smoking. If you want to get high, eat the stuff, but don't smoke it. That's probably the two lessons I would tell myself. And be sure to be here in this place at this time, right? At this time period, you need to be here. And then just let it happen. And then I can still meet my wife. Yeah. Be patient. I would tell myself, be patient. Don't worry and don't hurry. All of that worry and hurry brought me to like 55 years later. Basically, that was it. I spent so many years, decades in fact, in bed, just being a depression. Literally, figuratively and literally, a depression. Depression in the bed. That was me. Minute and a half. The Bride of Death. That's great. It's fantastic, man. Fucking fantastic. Let's see, it's Wednesday, right? So that means my wife is going to get up in about an hour. Or I'll have to get her up in about an hour. Now remember, you can always ask me anytime about anything in the room here if you want me to pick something up and bring it and show it to you. All you got to do is let me know, because there's lots of stuff here to play with. This ain't all of it. This is just a close-up of some of it. So yeah, anytime. Anytime, peeps. You want to play around? Let's play around. I'm going to get my chess set out. 1982 computerized chess game. I'm going to probably pop that puppy out and see what we got. I need to get some more rechargeable batteries and some bigger rechargeable batteries, because I need C's and D's for these big old games, and I've got boom boxes, and oh man, I'm telling you. So I need to get some really good, big, different size rechargeables. I've got a good one for that my wife bought me. That's got it's set up for AAA and AA, right? That's very cool. I need more AAAs, a shitload more AAAs. But yeah, I like the idea of going rechargeable. Totally. The only bummer is that I wind up not knowing where I've got batteries, right? I'm gonna have to make a little shop checkout. It's like, okay, who's got this battery? Who's got battery 2A? Son of a bitch, it's missing. I got 3 batteries missing. Check the remotes. Yeah, I should probably do that. And then that way I can keep track of recharging them so they don't just go dead. Dead, I tell you, dead. Put it in something and then never use it. I do that. It's been known to happen. I'll get something ready, use it once, and then it just sits there. You know, like there's still batteries in my Simon game. I'm hoping they're not corroded. So, a lot of these old games, I went ahead and sprayed deoxit on a lot of the stuff to keep it from, get the corrosion off, and then keep the corrosion off. Get it off and keep it off. It's like an ejaculation machine. Get it off and keep it off, man. Ah, jeez. Alright, it looks like my show has saved, and it's less than a gigabyte. So I should be, if they're all less than a gigabyte, just less than a gigabyte, 831 megabytes, then I should be able to do all of these episodes. And this is great because I don't have to know which ones to do first. I just have to know that I've done them. So let me go to, well, let's see, where do I put you guys? I'm going to put you guys, I'm going to put me right up here, right? So let's see, let's go here and there we are, and there is my program. So I am going to take these items that I have here, and I'm going to delete them. So we're going to delete the Bride of Death. We don't need that anymore. We don't need the Bride of Death audio. And we want to keep this one here because this is our basic graphic. So we are going to import the next show, and we'll look at the dates. The Bride of Death, 3/6, 3/18, 3/20. So we're going to go and do Silent Avenger next. So let's do Silent Avenger. Let me grab the graphics here. And bada bing bang, a bing bang boom. The Silent Avenger. I should have grabbed that at the same time. I didn't realize they were both together. Okay, so now, right, first we're going to retitle this episode. So, let's get rid of this and put in the, Silent Avenger. There we go. And then the date. We're still in March, so we just need to put a 13 here. And we are still in 38, so there we go. Alright. So, we are going to zoom in here and add our audio. Go back to the beginning and add our episode graphic. And then to zoom in a little more so I can spread it out. There we go. So we're going to do that. Shrink this whole thing down to the full size. And we can see that this episode's audio is a little bit longer. So we're going to stretch out the graphic. We're going to make sure that the key graphic is still fading for a half a second on the beginning and the end. Yes, it is. So now we're going to go here, and we are going to take this graphic and extend it to the end, and then we are going to shrink it down to fit underneath this graphic. And I've decided that I think I want this one to center over old time radio in between the two graphics, and that one looks good. Let's fade this one in and out. Half a second in, half a second out. And what do we look like? And this is what it looks like full screen. Looks great. We'll go back to the beginning. See if it fades in. It all fades in together. Let's go to the end, back it up. See if it all fades out together. And it all fades out together. Okay. So we didn't have the volume on for that. But the sound, the audio track says The Silent Avenger. This up here says Silent Avenger. So I'm going to type that and fix that there. This says The Silent Avenger, this graphic. The date is correct to the graphic, and March 13th, 1938. So we like to double check everything to make sure that it all looks good. We don't fade this in and out. We just fade in and out the graphics. Okay. So let's do that. And then what I like to do is I like to shrink it down to its smallest size. I like to make sure that nothing is accessed and go all the way to the beginning. And then export it as the 1080 HD. And now it is going to start saving. It saves pretty much in real time. If it's a small file, it will go really fast, but you'll be able to watch it in real time as it's speeding through, saving, filing, processing, doing all of that. So this one is about 0.4, 0.5. It's going along kind of slow. So I'm going to say it's going to start at about 45 minutes to save, but then in a couple of minutes it's going to go down to, it's going to say 30 minutes. So it usually gets to about 0.25%, 2.5%, usually gets to about there. Pardon me. And then it'll let us know how long it's going to take to save. So there's that. There you are. There you have it. So we can go back to that later. Bobeta alligator. So that is going to save out, and I'll see how large it is. If it's still within the tolerance of about 1 gigabyte, then I'll just continue on and do everything that I have there. And from what I saw, there was about 5 or 6 episodes to create. Looks like there was about audio for about 7 or 8. And I'd already done 1 or 2. This is 2, so we should have about 5 or 6 to go. And I'll do all of these, and then upload the one, and then do all of the dragnet, and upload the one, and then just kind of do that throughout the next couple of days until I get all of next week's content uploaded, and it all has a specific time when it's going to be available. So I don't like everything to just all happen at once. I used to just make a bunch of videos and then just dump them in, and I found it more fulfilling to know that we have to wait and be patient and follow a schedule. So programming, that's something that came new to the channel a couple of months ago when I just decided, you know what, I'm going to start, now that I'm doing a regular morning show, I'm going to start making some regular content to put on the channel. And then I started doing programming. And so now programming is a big part of my channel. Very shortly, hopefully, fingers crossed, I will be able to do more original content, original programming, more created videos, shared original content. Right? So looks like we're at 4.2% here and no time yet. I'm going to say it's going to pop up and say 45 minutes. And then it'll probably pop up at about 5%. And it'll be there, 45 minutes will be there for about, 5 or 10 minutes, and then it'll go away and be replaced by 30 minutes. 15 minutes later, that'll disappear, and it'll be replaced by 15 minutes. 5 minutes later, it'll go to 10 minutes, and then start a countdown every 15 seconds. So come on, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. It's at 5.1%, 1 hour, 15 minutes remaining. 1 hour, 30 minutes remaining. 1 hour, 15 minutes remaining. So it's right about an hour and 15 minutes. I don't know why. Sometimes these audio tracks are a little more complicated than others, because I'll have the same graphic and I'll bring in a soundtrack and it'll go way down, and then sometimes it'll go way up. So I don't know. So it looks like that's going to be busy for a while. That time might be off though. 5.8, 5.9, 6. It doesn't seem like it's going to take an hour and 15 minutes really. Not at that. It's slow, but that's not that slow. Yeah, we'll see. An hour and 15 minutes, and it is 6:08. So we'll see what it looks like at 7:08, if it does take that long. I don't know. It's kind of a bummer. But in a couple of hours, when I'm done with my live, I'll then use this computer and create the last two shared, borrowed educational films, right? And pop a couple in there, make them and upload them while this stuff is happening over here, because I can make 8 videos and then upload the one. So I can keep these computers pretty busy today. It is Wednesday, so that means not only is my wife going out to help a friend, but she'll be dropping our daughter off with her friend to go to the university. She's on her way to the campus today. So at some point this morning, I will be killing the microphone and going to put together my daughter's cooler and food accessories, right? The missus, she makes the sandwiches and chops up the apple, and I put everything else in the cooler. That's my job. I'm the cooler guy. Cooler guy! So, because I have probably the most experience packing a cooler, having lived out of a cooler during my youth and while I was homeless, having done the Renaissance Pleasure Fair for seasons
having worked construction and have had to pack, you know, a cooler for 10-hour days, so 12-hour days, in fact. So, yeah, I'm quite, and camping, I love to camp. So I'm the cooler guy. Don't tell me to pack for a camping trip, because you are going to be like, whoa, did we even leave home? My God, we got everything. That's it, baby, everything. All right, let me heat up my coffee. I'll be right back. To be young, and also a university student. So it's after 6 in the morning. My daughter's wide awake in bed. Once again, I've never had to worry about waking my daughter. We used to wake her up when she was a little kid to get her ready for school. By the time she got into grade school, she had her own alarm and she was waking herself up, getting herself ready. By junior high, she would get up and get ready for school and never complain, never be in a bad mood. And she's still like that. She still gets up, easy peasy. It's just her nature. It's just the way she has designed herself. She just gets up and does it. You know, I commented to my wife the other day that she's the most remarkable person in the world in the morning. Nobody that I have ever known has had that many consecutive days waking up in a good mood, or at least not in a bad mood, right? She amazes me. Every single day I am amazed. I look at her and I'm amazed. Yeah, it's, you know, she's my child, but man, she's got it together. Yeah. Coffee. Yeah, it's down to 1 hour and 15 minutes. It's at 13%. 13%, that's pretty good. For about 5 minutes. About 7 minutes. That's pretty good. I don't know, maybe I started saving it around 6, right? About 6 o'clock. I think it was 6:08 when I said 1 hour and 15 to 30 minutes. It's looking good, man. Looking good. Yeah, you know what? I always like to just try to surround myself with stuff to keep me busy. No word yet on shirts. I'm not worried yet. I'd like to have some kind of idea on what we can do as far as some samples and mock-ups. The more mock-ups we have, the better we have of coming up with shirts. You know, I am going to. I don't want to give away everything. I want to do a shirt a week. It's like, okay, here's this week's shirt. You know, be sure to tune in next week for next week's shirt, and have the mock-ups. Have a shirt to wear. Have the first 4 shirts or 6 shirts, you know, sampled, so that I can wear them on the show. And have mock-ups of the rest, and then just, okay, look, here, I'm wearing this shirt. You want one of these shirts? Here's how you do it. shirts. Yeah, so shirts and show. Once I get a handle on next week's programming, I am going to be working on the elements for this new live show on Wednesdays. I'll be contacting a few different people to see who I can get live on that particular Wednesday. It may not be necessary for the first show, but I would really like it if I could get one person to come on the show and say, yeah, I'm going, and I just ordered a shirt, right? And then have that person on again, or at least a picture of that person on the next week wearing their shirt, right? I could really, I could do a lot with a little help. A whole lot. I mean, mega muchos. Totally. Yeah. Yep, the house is starting to wake up now. It's so cool. I used to sit in here all morning long, and the house wouldn't wake up until 8 or 9, and my wife would come out. Sometimes she'd hang out, sometimes she'd just be taken off. And then my daughter, she didn't have any morning classes for college, but she's busy this semester. Hopefully next semester will be a little bit easier, and then each subsequent semester be a little easier as she gets used to the workloads. It's a bit of a learning curve, a bit of a culture shock going from college to university. The work is different. You got to be responsible for more. It's a big deal, That's why going from high school to university was a bigger deal. So I'm glad she made the choice to spend 2 years at college and then go to university. I think she's more likely to stick with it longer. But then again, this might be it for her. She may decide to come back to it later, but this might be it for now. I don't know. I hope that she just decides to stay with it. But I'm not going to push that on her. If she's done with it, she's done with it. Find a way to use it and move on. That's it. It'd be nice if this is it. It'd be nice if we could figure out where she's going to go from here. Into what? Go from here and then use this to springboard into something else. Who knows? I said Alaska's giving away houses and jobs and cars and stuff for people to move there, right? All the way north. Well, it might not be a bad thing. Or at least find a position that's kind of all-inclusive, kind of gives you what you need, Like a cruise ship type job where you get everything. Not necessarily a cruise ship, but, a town that needs people so they're willing to hook you up. The northern exposure deal, right? Dr. Fleischman. Hey, good morning. How are ya? I'm editing videos over on my graphics computer, trying to get programming for next week. And our daughter's up roaming around here, and Mom's going to be up soon. And I got to put a cooler together for campus today for my daughter. It looks like I'm going to be pretty busy this week doing video stuff. I've got the Jones trying to come up with a video for my the last song that I did, and I've been kind of sitting on it because I didn't want to just put it out there and not have a really good video to back it up. right? I didn't want to just, me sitting in the room strumming like I've done before. I wanted to have some elements, have something that says something about the song, right? So I hear dogs tickety-tacking. Tickety-tack. Arr. Arg. Well, it says that I'm going to have about an hour and 15 minutes here on this video left to edit. That means I got to find something to work on in the interim here. Tootsie schmutzy. Tootsie schmutzy. The Shadows. So these are my books of radio shows, and I have them tabbed and categorized and stuff. And I've got 2 of them because I've got that many radio shows that I'm working on. So these are the regular shows. That other book was the Wednesday shows, the extra Wednesday shows. So I'm doing Shadow now, and here we go. Rite of Death, Silent Avenger, White Legion. So I created one video. So now I'll put a red line there that says there is a video created. Once I upload, then I turn that red slash into a red X. That says that it's been uploaded. Bada bing. That's my method. A red dot means I have the audio. A black dot means that I've created the graphic for that audio. The red slash means that I've created the video. The red X means that I've uploaded the video. A circle around the red X means that that episode has already aired and this is a repeat, so do not create this video. That kind of stuff. So I get these little codes, these little ways of doing this crap. Makes me crazy, but it's fun. It's so totally fun. And I got like 3 different calendars, right? To keep shit organized. That day's gone. That day's gone. Yep, my episode numbers for mornings, the shows that are going to be uploaded this week. Yeah. And then I've got like 5 or 6 other notebooks with other crap for the channel. Yeah. Let's have more coffee, shall we? Shall we? More coffee. I gotta warm it up. Get some more. Packet of Flash. I'm telling you. Don't nobody go nowhere. Because if you do, I'll come looking for you. I'm back, baby. I'm back, babies. Alright, the kid's eating breakfast. Some kind of toaster thing. She doesn't like to eat a whole lot in the morning. Slows her down. Probably like me, keeps her tied to that toilet, I don't know. So she don't eat too much. She does when she gets to school. Pack a whole lot of food. They never eat at all, but I know that if they need the energy, it's there. So, yeah, I love packing a cooler. I love packing a cooler. Just give me a reason. We used to pack a cooler to go to SeaWorld, right? And we'd pack a big cooler in the minivan, and we'd go to SeaWorld, and we'd go in and we'd have fun, and halfway through the day, we'd go out, everybody was always real excited. Oh, is it time, and we'd go out and get in the van, put the windows down, turn the TV on, and or the stereo or whatever, and we'd sit around, the three of us, and make sandwiches, and we would just make some really righteous sub sandwiches, right? Or veggie sandwiches, or whatever. We would just kill it. We would just bring everything that we needed to just have a huge, just awesome lunch, right? And then sometimes we'd be there so long that we would go and do the it was like Castaway Cove or something, I can't remember, but there was this place that had this really great restaurant where you could get like a half a chicken, right? A whole roasted half a chicken, and all the fixings and stuff. And we would just do that. We would just get that, and we would all just share one big giant plate of food. But yeah, those were the Renaissance Fair. I used to pack a mean cooler for the Renaissance Fair. I used to make these great veggie sandwiches. We'd have like 12 different kinds of beers, plus homemade ale. Yeah. Packing the cooler. Oh, it's a little sweet. It's a little sweet. I'm going to go shoot a little bit of coffee in there to kill the sweetness. Baby, I'm not gone. The big dog decided I was gone a half a second too long, and she had to get up. That's okay, I'm here. You can lay back down. Go ahead. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't leave. Okay, an hour remaining, 32.7%. That's pretty good. So far, it seems pretty accurate on the time estimate. What's really a bummer is when I'm halfway through saving, or I get towards the end of saving something, and the program crashes or the computer crashes, and then it's like, you son of a, and then I gotta reboot and then restart to get out of safe mode, and then open the program again, and everything saves and everything's booted to the cloud so that I don't ever have any, oh my gosh, oh no, it's not saved. Everything's always, most of the time is saved, 99% of the time it's saved. So that's cool. So I just have to go back into the program, open it up, and hit save again. That's it. But hopefully, thankfully that doesn't happen too often, and hopefully it won't happen today, since I've got just a shitload of videos to make. I've got like 5 shows to do, like 6 to 8 episodes per show. And then I've got to upload, 9 videos today? Or in the next couple of days. I'd like to get it all done as quick as possible so that I can start working on some original stuff. I'd like to do another photos from my wife's phone. That's fun and easy. I'd like to do a couple of music videos from past concerts. And that means getting video and data and stuff from my daughter's computer and then getting it on my computer and then hoping that the programs, it's a pain in the ass. I get an hour-long video from her and I get it over here and it's 2 seconds. And it's like, well, son of a bitch. What the hell? You know. That's the Apple to Windows. That's the way it works. Apples to Windows. Apples to Windows. Oh. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Apples to Windows. Got to an apple and it went through my window. Hit me on the head. Jeez. I felt like that guy who got hit in the head with an apple. Who is that guy? The gravity guy. It wasn't Galileo. It wasn't Copernicus. Who the hell was it? Somebody? Anybody? I'll just leave that one there for you. I just leave it. Just let it lie there. I'm just gonna let it lie there, you know. So, I keep having flashes, man. Flashes back to, I just flashed to 1977, 78. Niobrara, Nebraska. Indian Reservation. Oglala Sioux Indian Reservation. Right along the Missouri River. I mean, literally, the Missouri was right there. If it flooded up too high, it would wipe out most of the reservation. Wild hemp growing along the river. I remember this neighborhood of old houses and new houses, and there were a few really old houses in this neighborhood, but most of the houses were pretty new. This was back in the late 70s. And there was this one old house that was really, really big. It was just a big box of a house, but it was like 3 stories, 2 stories tall, plus the big pitched roof and an attic. So it was like just a huge house, but it's one of those houses where you would think that it would have a big giant porch surrounding it, and it had nothing. You could literally see under the house it was built up. And it was all lap siding all the way around, really old, weather-beaten lap siding. You could tell that this house had been there for many, many decades. Why it was the only house like it there in the neighborhood, I don't recall. But it was an old place, though. The cemetery that we went to visit was just ancient. The graves were just so old and ancient. You know, a lot of stuff from the 1800s. It's crazy. The town, the original town of Niobrara, Nebraska, was right along the Missouri, and it had been flooded so many times, and because the different stuff that was going on with the town and building the new town and stuff, they had abandoned this old town and all these old brick buildings and stuff. So you can literally drive through and there was nothing there. Just old stone buildings, block buildings, brick buildings, just the toughest stuff that was still remaining. Big piles of rubble, but a lot of big brick buildings still standing. I remember picking up some and bringing home as souvenirs some of those big giant iron square nails, right? Those were cool. I wish I had one of those. Somebody send me a square nail, man. Yeah, a square nail. With my luck, somebody will have a square thumbnail and it'll fall off. And here's like, I kept this square thumbnail, man. Here's a square nail for you. Give me a break. Well, anyways, I guess I'll stick with you for a little while. At about 7, I'm gonna go do the cooler thing, put the cooler together. I need some kind of thing for you guys to look at while I'm doing my stuff, right? That would be cool. I mean, the lava lamp is okay. I mean, I can just kind of pop this thing up here, and you guys could check out the lava lamp with the sound off. Hey, Budman. Yeah, totally. Oh, look. My 8-track tape fell over. Straighten it up. There we go. It's the 8-track, the unopened 8-track of the Yellow Submarine, the Beatles, the movie soundtrack. Totally cool stuff, right? Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'll just put you over there for a little while. You can trip out on that lava lamp. Hey, look, there's my bald head. I'm watching the live video there. Yep, that is one bald freaking head. Oh my god. He's so self-deprecating. Well, come on, everybody else does it. Why can't I? Jeez Louise, right? But at this point, nobody else can. Only I can. I'm the only one who can talk shit on me. I'm the only one who can mock me. Nobody else is allowed to. Nobody else has earned the right to. So only I can treat me like shit. Right? Because I've known me the longest. Don't touch that tile. Yep. Oh my god, no way. No way. Shoot. Ooh, that's right. I've got my DVD burner set up now, so I can burn DVDs. They can't be really big files. I can only hold like just over 4 gigabytes. But that's cool. I may not be able to do a lot of radio show videos, but I can put all the audio, you know, a lot of audio onto one DVD. So that's cool. It's not as good as a thumb drive, right? I'll have to check the complexity of going from the DVD to the laptop. Can I take a file off the DVD, copy it from the DVD, and just then have it back again? Can I do that? Can I take that DVD and stick it into a CD player or a DVD player and listen to the audio tracks that are on it without anything else? Can I do that? So I'll have to work these things out. But I've got a couple hundred of these DVDs. So and it says they're 7 gigabytes. I've got 100 because this is a 50 pack. So 7 gigabytes. And once I format it, it only allows 4.3. So that's a steal, huh? It'd be great if it was 7. I could put a whole lot of stuff on there. So I'll have to use a lot of raw data on there, get rid of my raw data, and put it aside as I use it. So I still have it saved. I don't want to just use it and then delete it. I'll eventually, once I finish videos, I'll delete the graphics. I'll save everything in the editing program, save that stuff to the cloud, so that if I need to recreate a video, it's in the cloud. But if I don't want to have a bunch of extra stuff on the computer, I need to figure out ways to alleviate that burden. So discs, I can save a lot of stuff to disk. It says 45 minutes remaining to save out this episode of The Shadow. Yeah, that's going to put us right about yeah, right about 7:10, 7:15. Guess it was accurate, the estimate. Totally. So, I guess I'm going to be left to my own devices this morning. I reckon I'm just going to keep working on this channel stuff and start creating some elements for the new opening and closing for the next live show, and the music video that I want to do, and a couple of other little videos. I'd like to start uploading some original content as soon as possible. This next program schedule period would be perfect. Next week would be perfect if I could just introduce at least one premiere. I've got Tuesdays and Thursdays that are open at 8 or at 5, so I could do premieres on those 2 days. So that way I keep the program kind of moving along the same way. I've got some more audio from my father that I will probably upload. Some more old-time radio show stuff. That's always fun to go through. Unfortunately, I have to quite often edit some of the music and stuff out. I edited a lot of stuff out of previous videos. Now that I know more about copyright and intent and usage and all of that, I know that I don't have to edit out as much, because I use the same music, most of the same music on my nighttime nonsense and nostalgia show, which is a phrase that he coined that I use as my title. So there you go. Little history there for you. It looks like I dropped 40 frames somewhere. I don't know why, I don't know how, I don't know where or when. There you go. So somewhere along the way it might have got a little glitchy or froze. You tell me. I don't know. I don't pay attention. Last Friday I looked over and my show was canceled. It was live, and all of a sudden it was black with a white line and a circle around it. It's like, you've been canceled. You fucked up. You did copyright shit. It doesn't affect your channel. You're okay. But we stopped you. So I gotta remember to put that in the description. If a live show has technical difficulties for whatever reason, be sure to come back. And there is my alarm telling me to wake up Mama, but I don't have to. I believe Day's already awake. Day's awakened. So 6:45. Yeah. Yeah. Coffee. I'll be back in a flash. Okay, I'm back, babies. I'm back live. I'm here. Shit, where did I go? Oy. All right, another 15 minutes or so, and then I'm going to go play around with the cooler. Be cooler guy. Because that's what I do. So anybody out there watching this at any point, shoot me a comment or a message and give me an update on what's going on over there with the fires in Lake Elsinore and Highland and all the other little places that's burning. I guess the Ortega Mountains are on fire again, and somebody said the lookout is burned to the ground and the propane tank exploded and all this other stuff. And yeah, I don't know. And then somebody else said, no, it's fine. ABC television was just there shooting on live remote. And I don't know. So if anybody's got any info, hit me up here on Facebook. That'd be greatly appreciated. So we can figure out what the hell's going on. I don't know what the hell's going on. I know the world is burning. She's a burning good. It's just so bad. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Big face. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go let a dog in. That's what you're gonna do. I'm telling you. Boobity bang, bing bang. A boom, baby. Bada bing bang. Bada bing bang boom. Yep. Little house in the desert is awake. We's awake. We's rocking and rolling. We's doing, dogs are in and out. People is doing stuff, drinking coffee, getting excited. Yep. It's another day. Another day with hairy eyes. I mean, what? That's another day in paradise. Another paradise. Paradise, in my opinion, is found at a craps table in Vegas. It is my considered opinion that makeup is a lie you wear on your face. Such nonsense will not be tolerated, appreciated, or cogitated upon. Sorry, I got into a Mark Twain thing there. Sorry. I was in character, all right? You could just totally see me wearing a white suit with the gray hair and everything. I totally saw it. I had a big mustache there. It was great. I was in it to win it, man. That's good coffee. It's going to have to get warmed up here pretty soon, but it's good coffee. Half an hour, 63.4%. 63.5%. 30 minutes remaining. 30 minutes remaining. Yeah, that's going to jump down from 30 to 15 here pretty quick. Seeing one's reflection in a window is much like peering out and reflecting inward. Oh. All right. I'm going to heat up this coffee because I want to slug it down. Right back.
All right, I'm back. I'm back, babies. 71% saved. The Shadow, the Silent Avenger. All right. This one's probably going to be over a gigabyte. Hopefully it won't be too big. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Vern? Here's the hot coffee. Oh, yeah. It's got to be sweet. And it's got to be hot. Sweet and hot. Sweet and hot. I hear a dog. Where's my little doggies? Little doggies. Little doggies. Little doggies. All right. So, we'll get back to it. We're going to get back to it. All right. I don't know exactly what it is, but we're going to get back to it. Like for sir. Oh my god, like for sir. OMGOT. Oh. Watch it. That's good coffee. That is good coffee. It's good. Good stuff. Yeah. Is everybody ready for the holidays coming up? What do we got coming up first year? Mexican Independence Day. That's what on the? It's like on the 15th or something. Oh, I'm telling. Yeah. It's got to be sweet, and it's got to be hot. It's not here. Wait. Wait, there's Labor Day. Patriot, Madonna, First Day, Wanna. No. It's not here. There it is. July 4th, Independence Day. And then Labor Day, September 2nd. But it's not in this American calendar. Mexican Independence Day. Well, how exclusive is that? I guess we can't celebrate it then. It ain't in the calendar, so we're not going to be able to do it. Sorry. That's all there is to it. Next. Yeah. It's crazy, man. That's crazy. Hi, Tootsie Schmutzie. Come on. Well. 75.5%, still at 30 minutes. 7 o'clock, 7:02. Yeah, it was it was an hour and 15 minutes at 6:08. So we should be changing to 15 minutes remaining anytime. Why is he obsessed with this shit? I don't know. Because I'm obsessive. I guess you could say I'm obsessed. Absessed. My goodness. Gracious goodness me. Oh yeah. You remember back in the 80s when it was okay to do stereotypes, right? It was funny to make fun of fat people. Right? I was watching Chips. Was it Chips? Yeah, because they're always making fun of Grossman, right? Because he's the token fat guy on the show. And I was watching, it was that episode of Sha Na Na with Christy McNichol.
and she's riding around on her skateboard, and she keeps going up to that big guy with the red-haired guy with the mustache, and just doing the fat guy zingers on him. And the crowd was just, oh, no, yeah, oh. You know, they were just loving it. You know, and the guy was just, hee, I'm a fat guy. I get the fat jokes, you know. What's happening in rerun? Oh, we used to count the fat jokes. And we'd get up to like 10, and I'd be like, I lost count, you know, after 10. But it would be just fat joke after fat joke after fat joke after fat joke. And once in a while, they would address the whole fat joke issue, you know, like, it's not nice to make fun of somebody who's fat and all of that. And they would pretend to give a shit. And then the next episode, they'd be right back to the zingers. Fat guy zingers, you know. Whoever the fat person was, there was Rerun or Shirley. Boom, boom, boom. They'd be trading fat zingers back and forth, you know. Yeah. It was accepted by the majority. Of course, if you were that minority that was being poked fun of, you probably didn't like it too much. What are you gonna do, huh? Just suck it up. Pull up your big boy pants and just deal with it. My God, they hurt my feelings. They made fun of people who were somewhat like me. Ah, jeez. Let me hold your hand and explain it to you. It's not reality. It's just for fun. It's make-believe. We're just playing around. We still love you. 15 minutes remaining at 80%. That's pretty good. And it's 7:06. Come on. Come on, yes. Come on. Hi, guys. What's going on? Dogs are back having a party behind me. What are you gonna do? Ooh, drink coffee. That's what we're gonna do. Ah, yeah, baby. All right. Let me check the situation. Back in a flash. Don't want to run anybody over here. I am here. I am a vegetable, but I am here. This is my garden. Welcome to my garden. I am a turnip. Isn't that a tuber or something? I don't know. A turnip. A turnip. Turn up the volume, man. Dude. Telling you. I'm gonna have to put on some music today. I'll probably crank up this turntable behind me. At some point I've got to get this reel-to-reel set up for digitizing some audio. Because what I'll do is I'll just spend a day and pull out, 5 or 6 tapes and play them right into the computer here and record the whole thing, video and audio, the tape playing. If you've seen the videos, you know what I'm talking about. And do that, right? And do that, and get a bunch of those videos ready to upload. So if I got my wits about me, I'll create videos for Tuesdays and Thursdays to premiere, and I'll try to take the time to create at least 6 of each, so that I have enough for a few weeks, right? Which will give me time to create more, and I can do them in batches of videos, so that I'm not necessarily doing the same type of video every week. But if I can make a half dozen of each videos this week, and then before next week make a half dozen more for Tuesday and Thursday each, and come up with another 12 videos, then I can keep stuff cycling out and not repeat every week. That'd be cool. Some of the videos are pretty easy to put together, so I'll probably do a lot of that first. Hear that poor dog out there screaming again, making me crazy. I don't mind the dog barking, right? It's just what the dog is saying that's upsetting me. The dog does not like to be out there in that little cage in the heat. Nope. Wants to be inside with mommy. And mommy's clueless. Yep. Stupid people. Stupid people. 6 minutes, 45 seconds remaining. 91.5%. It's a quarter after. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. Right back. No, there's no music playing. There is up here. I'm just rocking out to the music in my head, babies. Oh yeah, it's always on upstairs. 1 minute left. The Shadow, the Silent Avenger. Yep. That is what I'm saying, baby. 45 seconds. Well, 40 seconds. It's just ticking away, baby. 35. We're almost done. I'm so excited. How big is it going to be? 30. 99.5. 25 seconds. 99.6. 20 seconds. 99.7. 15 seconds. 99.8. 15 seconds. 99.9. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 99.9. 100%. 0 seconds. It is saving to file. It is less than a gigabyte. About the same. Okay. Good. That'll mean an easy upload onto YouTube. And I can leave it there and go back and work on another video. Excellent. So, here we have this. And here I am. And so we're going to leave these here for now, move them later, just move them all at once. We're going to go back and keep editing. And we will go to my media here. Let me put me over here. That seems to be a better spot. I don't do anything in that corner. Alright, and I am nice and slow. Look at how slow that is opening. Geez, buffering. Alright, let's get rid of this stuff. We don't need this any longer. Remove. So that just removes it from the program here. It doesn't remove it from the hard file. The actual file. Come on. There we go. And let's get rid of the... Hello, why are you guys crowded in here? Let's get rid of you. Oh, that's going to take forever. I bet this program has to reboot itself. I bet it freezes. That's a commonality with this thing here, is it likes to freeze. Would you like to restart? Yeah, I would. What the hell? Okay, let's grab the next date and show in line here. All right. So 3/18 is the next date. So we'll grab that show. We'll come down and grab, what is that? Silent Avenger. Silent Avenger, that's the one we just did. Okay, so now we need the next one in line here is the White Legion. So we're going to come down to the White Legion, and we're going to grab that one as well. So we've got two files, and we'll open them both. A bada bing bang boom, baby. And then we'll put this audio file in here, and that'll be below the graphic. And then we'll come back down to the beginning, and we'll insert this graphic, and this is our date and episode title. We're going to zoom in a bunch so we can grab this thing and stretch it out. There we go. We can stretch it out and then shrink it back down really quick and stretch it all the way to the end. And ooh, looky. This is a longer audio as well. There, and that one there. And then let's fade this while we have it. And put it in the correct place. And we're going to shrink it down to 1/4 of the size. And that little purple lines there told us that we were at the right size. We're going to do our best to place it over this thing here and kind of in between. And that looks good. And then we'll take a close-up look at it. That looks good, and we're double checking the spelling as well. I try to check it as many times as possible because sometimes I miss it. All right, let's shrink it back down. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's check this one. We still got fade on this one. Let's go to the end. Well, let's give it a quick play here. It's not on, but we saw that it faded in, right? So it faded in. So let's go here, back it up 5. Aha. This one. There we go. And now, back it up again. Why is that not working? Oh, because we didn't fade this properly, right? No, it's faded. We're not lined up somewhere. So let's go to the end. And there it was. There it was. So now let's back it up. Let it play out. And it fades away. What the hell? Yeah, them dogs is wiggin'. They's a wiggin'. Alright, now we're going to retitle this thing here. And this one is the White Legion. The White Legion. Spelled correctly. The date is March 20. March 20. March 20. 1938. That all checks out. This works. This works. Back down to the end. Shrink it down to small. Keep everything open. And that's it. Export. Let's hope this one goes faster. Guess it could be slower. Alright, and that's that. And we'll check on it a little while and see how that one's doing. That's episode number 3 for this morning. Hopefully, I can get the next ones done quicker. This one is taking just a hair longer than I want, so I'm going to go back to edit. And then I'm going to reboot this computer. If it even lets me back up. It'll probably freeze. In fact, let me show you here. This is where I'm at. I just clicked on yes, cancel export, and now it's going to go to a white screen here and say, do you want to restart? Oh, no, look. It brought me back. What do you know? Oh, there you go. Told you. Told you. Alright, so we're going to close this. Make sure everything else is closed. And I am going to Adios, sweetie. Love you. Be careful. Drive safe. Have a good day. Chistosa. Mi chistosa. Okay. Here we go. We are going to restart. And that is it. We'll let that reboot. And then I will save it again. And see how quick it works. Couldn't hurt. Watch, it'll take longer. It's been known to happen. Hi. Come on up. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, dog? Hi, bud. I know. Every couple of days, them girls take off, huh? That's the doodle noodle. My buddy. Somebody keeps going by with trash cans and pissing Oliver off. I'm just wondering if it's a friend that lives here in the park. You never know. I never do. All my windows are always closed. I don't know shit. Yep. That thing is still booting up over there. It is still booting up. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. It might have gone through an upgrade. Update. Up something. Up yours. Up the river. Yeah. Totally. My noises. My noises. Oh, Lord. Oh my God. Let me run out and see what's going on out here real quick. Alright, I'm back, babies. And I'm here to stay. And this window still getting ready. Do not turn off your computer. Oh, it's going to be one of those things where it never boots up and I have to turn it off manually. Don't ever turn it off. It's getting ready. Don't turn it off. Don't turn it off. 3 days later, don't turn it off. It's getting ready. It's just stuck in a fucking loop. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Don't you? Mm-hmm. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to let it go for a little while and see what happens, and then at some point have to just cancel it. What are you going to do? Come on, you guys. Come on. Come on, Sam. You better get up there and lay down before she takes the whole chair. Come on. Hurry. Get up. Come on. Hurry. There's your spot. Hurry. Come on. You gonna let her sit down first, and then you're gonna go up and sit down? Okay, come on now. See, there's your spot. Oh, here comes Whitey. He's gonna take a spot, and then you're done. Come on, you guys, come on. Come on. Look, there's Whitey's got a spot. Come on, Sam. There's still another spot. Come on. Come on. Maybe not. So yeah, this is the stuff that I have to contend with. White screens, blue screens. You scream, we all scream for blue screen. It's just fucking, I don't know. Don't turn off your computer. Until when? Says who? I mean, what the hell? There it is. There it is. Well, see, that puts a damper in my workload here. So, and I start to get frustrated and impatient, and that's when I just manually shut it down and restart it and hope that it works and hope that it solves my issues. Right? Because, you know, what else you can do? It's obviously frozen in a fucking endless loop. It's a retarded computer. For the love of Pete, I gotta heat up my coffee. Come on, computer, please. Let me come back to a black screen. Okay, it's still fucking doing its thing. Alright, there comes a point when it's obvious that it is stuck. And it's not like it's a analog piece of equipment where you can just kind of give it a bump and it'll start working again. Nope. You know, I remember people used to hit their computers like that was going to work. No. It don't work that way. Not anymore. Alright. I'll give it until 1/4 and then I am going to just reboot. See what happens. Because that's plenty of time for it to do whatever the fuck it's supposed to do. Upgrades and updates and that it doesn't take that long. And if it does, it's going to let you know, hey, we're going to bounce around from different screen to different screen and then give you some kind of ticker. And ain't doing shit. It's just stuck with this little fucking spinny thing here. Right? I should record an hour of that. Yeah, baby. Let's do an order of that, an hour of that. And then we can use it to edit into technical difficulties videos, right? Because that's fun stuff right there. Alright, so the wife is gone for the day and she's dropping off the daughter and she's off for the whole day, part of the night. Going down to campus, do more university stuff. She's already taken a pretty good bite out of this semester with the first couple of weeks. Learning curve, figuring out, coming back from the summer, of course, doing nothing. And then coming back to having to then read every frickin' day. And take notes every frickin' day. And do homework every frickin' day, right? So she's back to that. I feel for her. I feel her pain. It's crazy stuff. But she does it, takes to it like a duck to water, you know. Yeah. Good, good, good. I expect somebody to come back anytime. I forgot this. Oh my God, where's my this? I forgot that. Yeah. 5 more minutes, and I'm gonna get tired of that blue screen. Then I'm gonna have to eventually get over to the res. My daughter's birthday is coming up. A week from Saturday. 10 days. So she never asks for much, and we never know what to get her, you know. Sometimes I'll get her like a record or something nowadays, because we know music together, you know. But usually she just wants a house that she can go hang out with her friends, you know, for a couple of days. That's it, you know. Have a friend come over from Arizona, a couple of friends come from around town and come and hang out for a couple of nights and party. What more could you want, right? Okay. That's all? You know, well, can you make me some Gucci food? So that's right, I gotta make beef stroganoff. I gotta make my beef stroganoff. Yeah, it's out of this world. It is a beef stroganoff that is different from any other beef stroganoff I've ever had before. A couple of years back, I decided that I wanted to have beef stroganoff, and then I remembered what it was like to eat beef stroganoff as a kid, right? That stringy strips of chewy meat smothered in that tan, beige, brown, thin, watery stuff over some noodles, right? And that was pretty much it, with some peas, right? And that was basically your beef stroganoff. When I was a kid, that was it. And it was like I remembered what it was and the taste and everything. And it was like, I don't want that. It's like I want beef stroganoff, but not the way I remember it. And so I researched and I looked around and I checked out a bunch of different recipes and watched some videos. And then I went out and went shopping and bought a bunch of stuff that I'd never used before to make beef stroganoff, because I hadn't made it in 20, 30 years. And I didn't want it to be like anything like the beef stroganoff. So I've got some really nice egg noodles, really fat, extra wide egg noodles. Pennsylvania Dutch, I think, is what they were. And I got some really nice, giant chunks of roast meat, just this big, they look like big, thick Fred Flintstone steaks, right? So I got a couple of those, chopped them up into big, giant, fist-sized cubes, and got like 3 or 4 different kinds of mushroom, and parsley, and sage, rosemary, and thyme, seriously, and beef stock, and a lot of butter and sour cream. And so I thought, all right, I'm going to do this, you know. And so a couple of years ago, I came up with this great way of cooking beef stroganoff using a bunch of new recipes that I had found. And that meat, it literally, I cooked that meat for like 3 hours. And then I shred it up. And then it gets like all kinds of stuff in it, you know, including like sour cream, butter, mustard. It gets a whole bunch of stuff added to it to cream it up and to make it and then you get extra sour cream on the top when it's plated with parsley and all those mushrooms. oh, they're just, yeah, and there's no other vegetables in it. It's just mushrooms, meat, noodles, and that flavor. All right, I'm killing this computer here because I can't stand to look at that wheel spinning any longer. So there, I push the button in. The computer is officially off. It is dead. I will let it drain and cycle down for a few seconds and then start it back up. And then it'll probably start with a blue screen. So then I'll let it boot up and then restart it again and try to get it to a normal screen. Yeah, technical difficulties constantly. Every day there's something. There's a little glitch here, a little glitch there. Oh, this froze. I got to reboot this. This program's a hassle. This computer is, where'd my internet go? My daughter's like on her computer last night. She's like, can I have your phone? I'm like, what? She's like, I need to use your phone to make a hotspot because for some reason my computer's not taking the internet Wi-Fi any longer. And it's like, jeez, what do you... And getting Windows ready, don't turn off your computer. So it's come back, but it's come back right to the same thing here. But there it goes. So it got through the issue. All right. So let me go ahead and boot up here. There we go. And let that go and boot up, do its thing. And then I'm going to go ahead and, well, it went to a normal screen, that picture of the island thing there. That's normal. It goes to those pictures, cycles through a bunch of nature photos. So, but I still want to do a full restart after this thing boots up, just to be safe, because right now it's booting up really slow. My toolbar is like, there's nothing on my toolbar right now. There it goes. Yeah, it's just working real slow. It's an old laptop. I got one laptop. Shoot. I don't remember when I got this one. At least 6 years ago. The one I had before this I got back in 2013, back in college. Same thing, Acer I got off of the Home Shopping or QVC or something. So this one's kind of old. It's Windows 10. This one's new, the newest one. It's Windows 11. But they're all just, the cheapest computer I can get it on payments. Takes forever to pay it off. Well, it only takes a few payments, but it takes forever to pay off the paying it off, right? Yep. So at this point I need a couple of hard drives, one for each laptop, and then I need an actual desktop computer to take care of all of my storage and technical woes, right? That's going to be a time to get that stuff. It's going to take quite a while. If ever, right? This may be it. This may be as far as I get technically with this show, just for financial reasons, because I've got to concentrate on so much other stuff that it's, most of the money put into this was pretty much nothing, right? Look behind me, look around me, look at this room. It's just filled with old crap from yard sales, thrift shops, swap meets. Not much new in here, especially me. So yeah, my little console here where I do all of this work. This is about the newest technology I have in this room, and I can only use, you know, a small percentage of it because I don't have the know-how or the speed with which to use it properly. Yeah. Okay, this thing has booted up. I am now going to restart again, just to be on the safe side. Try to get this thing out of its issues. Restarting, and go. Do something. Don't hit that blue screen again. There you go. Thank you. Were my eyes blue? I have square pupils, square blue pupils. Square blue pupils, square blue pupils. Yeah. Irish wristwatch, yeah. Irish wristwatch, Irish wristwatch. Try that, yeah. Nanum. Susie sells seashells down by the seashore. Slutty Susie sells her snatch down by the seashore. Shut up. That's not nice. Slutty Susie sells her snatch. That's funny stuff, though. There we go. Alright, let's boot this computer up again. There we go. Well, we'll let it get its icons on. Get clouded. And there we go. I better keep drinking this coffee because I am, waning big time. I think last night was about 3 hours sleep. I think my daughter got about the same. And she's off to university, right? My wife, she gets the most sleep because she does the most. So, I honestly don't know how someone can sleep. How people can sleep. I just don't understand it. How do you sleep? I mean, I just don't get it. I get in there, I get into bed, I try this, it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to sleep good. 4 hours later, I'm like, boing. What happened? Why am I awake? Is there something going on? Yeah, you can't sleep, idiot. You got insomnia. Wake up for another 12 hours and then pass out for 3. That's because that's the best you're going to get. Yeah, if I get 5 hours, 6 hours sleep at night, I'm good to go for another 18. I don't need a nap. I'm good to go. But if I only get about 3 hours sleep, halfway through the day, I'm like, I need a nap. Just a couple of hours, snooze time. Just something, you know. Yeah. All right, it looks like this puppy is ready to rock and roll. So I will open up my editing program and look to see that this video is ready to save. And then just save it out and see what happens. 5 minutes to save. Yeah, I believe it. Now it could take just as long. This might have all been moot. Moot. M-O-O-T. Moot. Huh. 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 Okay, the White Legion. The White Legion. That's the one that I'm editing. The Shadow episode. The White Legion. Legion. Let's go here. Let's make sure we've got the fade in there. Fade in. Well, the program's working faster. it's not all slow. White Legion. Okay, it looks good there. Let's shrink that down. Shrink this whole video down. And get rid of that. And let's export this puppy and see what happens. One, two, three, four. Yeah, it's already faster. It's already a few beats faster. All right. Yeah, 6, 7, 8. That's good. 9. We're at 1%. That was pretty quick. All right, so hopefully this is going to take 20 minutes, 20, 25 minutes. It should start at 30 and then bump down to 15 within 5 or 10 minutes. That's what I'm going to say. I vote for that. Yeah, so that I can get my, I should have, of course, I should have waited so that I could play my out video here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go back to keep editing. Yes, cancel, export, and is it going to go to widescreen? I bet it does. No, it didn't. Well, I bet it does. No, it might. Well, it could. Well, I don't know. All right. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and close it back out so that it is closed. And go ahead and open up my exit video for the morning so I can do things properly. And then I'll leave this and get back over here and start that video saving. And then I'll get over here and I'll find me a couple of educational films to boot up for Thursday and Friday next week and save them over here and then start uploading and saving and uploading and saving. Like that. Gosh, I'm excited. Is everybody else excited? Anybody? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? All right, let's do a hit ski and a drink ski. Cheers. Crazy old weird bearded guy, out buying records and stuff. Crazy old weird bearded guy, doesn't know if he's bought enough. He likes to buy whatever he sees. He wants to bring home whatever he please. So you better look out, he's headed back to the vintage store. And if you want to come along, he's headed back to 1984. That's my theme. It's one of my theme songs. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Watch it. Out buying records and stuff. I got one episode. I'll try to put together another episode or two this season. The fall. It's just so much to do. I get bogged down doing these things, and then it's like, oh man, I gotta get out of this and do something else. Yeah, I'm gonna bust out the bong or something. All right, people. I gotta be moseying. I gotta get on down the road. Thank you so much for hanging out. It's been fun. It's been real. It ain't been real fun, but it's been okay. It didn't suck completely. All right, people. Love you. Take care. You know what to do. Be nice. Be kind. Spread peace and love. Do something for yourself, but do something for somebody else. You're not alone, right? There's people all around you that require assistance, that require friendship, that require a smile from somebody. So put your smile on and go out there and hang out with the world. All right, people. Love you. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. Adios. Stay weird. Later.